Well, after a certain amount of soul searching and after taking the advice from a lot of people, I've decided that I'm going to do away with this concrete coal bunker. So I'm going to do away with it and I'm going to go back to the original coal servicing facilities that they had at Lee's engine shed. So I'm going to just remove this. Oh, that gentleman's glued on. I'll get rid of this little gentleman who's on his way to work. He can wait down there for a moment, and get rid of this little portaloo that we've got here, and I think that should lift. Oh, I've got a load of rubbish under here as well. That can come up a little bit. And bye bye coaling stage. You're a little belter and I really like you, but I've got to go for reality. I've made the decision. So there it is, gone. What I've now got is these lines here, 2 lines, and I'm concerned I don't have enough space here to put in the old water tower. So I'm going to have to move this track here and I'm going to have to make it into 2 tracks. So I'll have 2 parallel lines here. I'm going to have to come across here this way for the new coaling stage, and the old one is where the engine would go to get coaled. So that's what the next stage of development is going to be. I'm looking forward to this. I subsequently found another view of the shed, which was taken obviously before 1955. But if you just look to the left of the view, to the left of the tank engine there, you'll see there's a structure with a coal wagon underneath it, which is in front of the water tower. So obviously that was probably, well not obviously, but probably the coaling stage at one time. And I think what they did was move this structure over to accommodate the new coaling stage. And this is the new coaling stage that I want to develop. You can see the water tower here with its structure on top, and to the left of that is this L-shaped cantilevered roof, and I'm absolutely sure that that would have been replaced there from being in front of the watering tower from 1955 before. So this is how I want to reconstruct it. So this is how I envisage the finished article to be. The next problem to solve is how big to make this water tower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the length of this girder with this rule, and I don't use this as a rule, but I'm going to use it today. So that's 200 millimeters, right? That's the length of the girder. I'm now going to measure that, which is about 65 millimeters, right? It's just just over 60 to 65. It's about 63 millimeters. I'm going to call it 65, right? So that's stage 1 done. Now I've got to go and measure the length of the actual girder on the shed. The next job is to physically measure how long the girder is in real life. So if I put that onto there, you can see it's about 230 millimeters. And just out of curiosity, if I'm going to get, let's just move that out of the way for a moment, and I need, it's going to be a little bit bigger than 70, so I definitely don't have the space there to do it. So I'm going to have to do something with this track. Now that I've got some figures, it's time for some calculations. So I need to decide how wide I'm going to make the water tower. So if I take the actual size of the girder, was actually 230 millimeters on the model. Now when I measured the photo, I made it that the measurement was 200 millimeters. So if I divide the 230 by the 200, I end up with 1.15. This is the size that it needs to be made bigger. Consequently, the measurement of the water tower on the photo was 65 millimeters. So if I multiply that by the 1.15, when I round it up it gives me 75 millimeters. Therefore the width of the water tower must be 75 millimeters. I hope you followed that along because it was very difficult to do. Now that the coaling tower has been removed, the next item on the agenda is to see what I can fit in here. I've moved the locomotives out of the way now and I've made the space there. So what I think I'll do, I'll make a paper model first of all of the new water tower, and I'll see how it fits and I'll see what tracks I've got, because I'm going to have to move this curved track here. That's this one here. This curved track is going to have to move because I've got to get the water tower in here. Now I may have to reduce it a little bit in size, which is okay, that's doable so long as I've got it as close as I can to the original. So I'm going to make a paper model first of all and see how that goes. I've taken a close look now at a photograph of the water tower, and I've taken some measurements off the plan, and I've decided that it's going to be, for overall, it's going to be from here to here is going to be 60 mil, and it's going to have a height of 55 mil from there to there. This is the opening where the coal wagons went in. I don't think any engines went in there because I'm looking at the scale of it and I don't think an engine would fit in there, so I'm assuming that only coal wagons went inside here. On the side I've noticed that there's a door as well, there's a doorway, and this total brick structure here has got a little indent here, about a brick. Same at this side, there's a little brick, so it's recessed by a thickness of a brick. So we've got brick pillars here at the corner, and they just turn in a little bit, and then this is brickwork as well. I think probably just as a feature, I don't think there's any structural difference there. So there's going to be a doorway here, and it's going to be 27 wide. This is just the brickwork part. On top of that we're going to have the water tower itself, which is going to be 65 by 32 by 18. And I've also taken measurements of the structure on top. Thanks to the comments from people, I've found out now that this sitting on top of the water tower was there as a structure to hold the wall, the ball cock and all the stuff necessary to feed the water into the water tank, but it was also a treatment centre, and I never realised that this thing here actually held chemicals and they treated the water before it went into the locomotives. Now I've learnt that, I didn't know that before, so that's a new one for me. So this is the next stage. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a model out of this, and it's going to be made out of paper, and I'm going to try it on for size and see what amendments to the tracking I need to do if necessary. So it may be that this might be in the next video. You know what, on second thoughts, let's make the paper model right now. got the rough paper prototype. Now remember, this doesn't include the water tower itself, this is just the brick structure. I think it's time to see whether it fits or not. Now it's time for the moment of truth. We've got the layout gone. I've removed some of the locomotives and wagons and everything now. So I'm going to take my prototype and let's move this little fella over a little bit. And I'm going to place it here. The actual water tower was just in front of the engine shed. So as you can see now, if you look along this line here, it's going to interfere with this track. So I'm just hoping that there's going to be enough room to get this track to come down here. I need to get two lines in here, one for the coaling plant and the other one for the engines to run on. So as you can see, there's going to be a little bit of trouble here because I've got this amount of distance. So this whole track is going to have to come further over here, closer to this line here. And the further back I go, you can see the wider it goes, so there's more of a chance. So what I've got to do now, I'm going to leave that for the time being, and I'm going to concentrate on checking out the lines first of all before I start to build this. I may have to reduce it in size slightly. So I'm going to finish this video here and we'll take over. Part 2 will be in the next video, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'd like to thank everyone who's contributed. I've had so many comments on YouTube and social media and stuff like that, so I thank you all for your comments. So the decision's done now. We're going to put the old-fashioned water tower and coaling plant in.